Hey guys, welcome to the Hey DJ Show. I'm your host, DJ Jimenez. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're over on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more content. Remember, you can catch this podcast on the go wherever you get your podcasts. And do consider following me on every social media platform at the Hey DJ Show. With all that boring stuff out of the way, I'm super happy to introduce my next guest, Eric Vasquez. Eric, how are you, man?
Pretty good. That intro is whack, though.
I know. I got to work on it.
It's such a generic YouTuber.
It is.
Intro.
I've been saying it for so long now, but
you kind of have to do it to make sure everybody gets like the point. See where you're located, just in case I'm gonna follow you or not.
And it's you know, like the whole point of the show is it's chill.
Yeah.
I'm just honestly, once I make it you know, a little bit out there, I'm just gonna stop and then be like, and we're good. All right, Eric, what's up? That's it.
Yeah, but you just want to make sure you get a proper following, just in case.
I'm not a big YouTuber yet.
Yeah. How many subscribers do you have now? Because
like 50.
That's still good. Like because you started what?
I started back in March.
Yeah.
I don't know when I started. But
the first episode that you actually started doing is like around March.
Yeah, I think so.
So that, considering that you
started interviewing people in April, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, no, but you did it like around March. So but the fact that you're doing it from scratch and you have 50 subscribers, that's pretty decent so far.
I mean, hey, the fact that I got 50 is 50 more than I thought I would have. So
it's not like you were doing it for like 3 years and you only get like 24 subscribers.
Yeah. Well, if I've been doing it for 3 years and I have 24 subscribers,
it's like, why continue?
Why continue? No, you know what? I don't care. This is what I said, and some people already know this. Is again, this is a fun hobby. If I have 50 subscribers in 3 years, I don't care. This is honestly just fun. You know me, I'm an extrovert. It's fun to bring in people. It's a nice excuse after I haven't seen people in a while, even before COVID. It's just a nice excuse to be like, hey, I have all the equipment. I have this little tiny show. You want to do a podcast feel? And people are into it. And I love it. And I love that other people are like, yeah, I want to be on the show. And I've had people hit me up. It's like, yo, can I be on the show? And now I had to make a list.
Yeah, I remember we were talking. After you doing this for a while, you're like, I have a list of people. And I was like, before, like 2 or 3 months before I came in here, you're saying like, man, I have a list of people that I'm going to do for like a Father's Day and Mother's Day month or whatever. You have a list of people. I'm like, damn, nice. I know you get to me. So I was patient. I was like, I don't want to force you.
Okay. So like, I'm not just saying this. I'm so glad to have you on the show because, to some people there are some of my friends who have been watching it consistently.
Yeah.
And they've known the name Eric Vasquez. I gave you several shout outs. You are not day one, my friend. You are day 0. You are one of the founders of the Hey DJ Show. So I have to, give you the nice honor and just be like, dude, thank you so much for being on the show. So for people who don't know, I've known Eric for many years now. Eric, like I mentioned before, even if people don't watch the show consistently, and that's okay. You, my friend, helped design the logo.
Yeah, I did help design it, but I feel like I mostly did like the logo right here.
Yeah, the silhouette.
Yeah, silhouette for the guy.
Yeah, no, but dude, I love the silhouette. I love it. But the thing is, like, some people might think, oh, it's just a dude, like it's you laying down with a microphone chilling. But like I was talking about it to one of my friends. I think it was last show. I can't remember. But you made that in no time flat. You, my friend, you're an artist, like, and like not just like, oh no, he draws well. No, like he's really good with art. And I remember I came up to you, and you were like, I want to help design your logo. And you were like, what do you want on it? you were doing a good job to help me guide, like,
Yeah.
what I wanted. And I was like, I don't know what I want. I want so many things. We went back and forth on stuff, and then I came up to you with the Spider-Man Homecoming. I was
Yeah.
like, this is what I'm picturing, him laying down, except maybe holding a microphone. And then you took that, you ran with it, you came up with something, like, I'm not kidding, like in 10 seconds. It was fucking amazing, dude.
Because of the concept was very simple, so it's really easy to just design it.
Yeah, in a way, like, I feel like it's almost like an insult to someone of your skill level to say, like, oh, hey, I want this, like, little silhouette, and you're like, there it is.
Is it like F you, man?
You're just like,
It was like,
here,
here.
that was like first grade stuff, and I'm looking at it like, this is the best shit ever. I couldn't
Yeah.
do that. I don't care I don't care even if I could trace that. I suck with art. I stick with stick figures. Uh, no, so Eric, thank you so much.
Yeah, no
You
problem.
are not day one, you're day zero. And I'm gonna have all the day zeros on the show.
Well, yeah, you need like a lot more chairs.
Well, I mean, one day this is just the beginning, obviously, but one day I do want to upgrade where I have like another microphone, like four, and have a group talk. I'm talking to one of my buddies about it right now. Shout out to you, Brady, and we're trying to make it work. But entering the next school semester, things are going to be busy. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but I hope so. Like, I hope so in the future. That's definitely a goal.
That's a good goal to have. That way, it'd be more interesting to have like other people's perspective on certain subjects or
Like
whatever.
a group talk, yeah. Like,
and all this shit that we could talk about.
oh my
Because
god.
I know, like with us in our with our group, I know we do a lot of banter with each other.
Oh my
So
god.
we'll be insulting each other a lot. So people be like, "Are these guys really friends?" Friends.
Well, yeah, they're ripping on each other. We're not ripping on each other. We're not friends. What are you talking about? So Eric, well, already a little teaser of it. You're into art.
Hmm?
You're really good at it. How long have you been doing art?
Well, mostly since I was a kid. I always been really good at art when I was a kid, and mom noticed that because I always be drawing stuff or whatever, and I was like one of like not the best, but like one of the best kids in art classes, and sometimes so yeah, so that's how I started. It's just like it's a natural thing for me because I just kept doing it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it's not like
So if I were to ask what got you into it, it was just you were just in art class and you just
I
enjoyed
think
it.
credit to cartoons.
Yeah.
Because like I was very cartoon addict when I was a kid.
Who wasn't?
Yeah, who wasn't? But like I was very very obsessed. Oh, sorry for that click. But I was just very very obsessed with it because I always liked the old school like cartoons like that come from like the 1930s or whatever. Because they would do like reruns and also the modern cartoons as well, like Ed, and Eddie. There's so many, so I have to think about it. I think, but yeah, it's just like when I just saw all those cartoons, I always liked the way everything is like always expressed and exaggerated. So I always kind of like replicate it in my real life. Like I try to be like a cartoon character.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah. As a
no,
kid,
it's not a good idea because it's dangerous.
No, well, as a kid, like who hasn't?
I know, but I was like very dangerous. I was I was very.
I mean, I'm an animated person right now.
Yeah.
Like, I talk with my hands. I have facial expressions and stuff.
No, I mean like not like that. I mean like I was very accident prone. I think it was a word for it. Or I'm just very like I just did dangerous stunts or whatever, like a daredevil.
Again, as a kid, who hasn't?
I know.
Yeah, real quick, put the microphone like in front of you, kind of thing.
It's still not okay.
Well, like yeah. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Right.
You're not picking up the audio that well?
Oh no, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
just want to make sure I'm clear.
It's better if it's in front of you versus like if it's like right here, here. Cool. It's like better.
No, like because I was so just a daredevil. Like I busted my upper lip because I was just way too curious as a kid with like riding a bike. I'm like, what happens if I turn if I steered it in a 90-degree angle really fast?
Yeah.
And I just did it and just smacked my lips on rough street pavement and I busted my lip open, broke my left arm from jumping out of the couch, smacking my left arm somehow,
Ooh.
and landing on it. And I got like because I always never wore shoes when I got inside. I got like outside, I got like a twig stuck in my foot.
Ugh.
So it was painful to take out.
Ah, dang.
So,
You know what's so funny? You said you never really wore shoes outside. Same with as a kid. Like not like all the time. Like I didn't make it a point, but I remember as a kid, going outside barefoot and all
yeah.
that stuff and being fine. Then one day, just going out to grab the mail, I just think I just gotten weaker. Like I'm a little bitch now because I went to the mailbox and I'm just every step I'm like this hurts. I thought like I've gotten weaker. I used to be able to tolerate this. Oh man, somebody comment down below. Has that happened to you? Like when you get older, when you're stepping to go to the mailbox, does it like just freaking hurt? Like you're not used to it as a kid. You're doing it every day.
Yeah, I think because we were doing it every day, and when we started wearing shoes regularly, I think it just made our feet soft at that point. Because we have all this like carpet.
No, we can't have that. We can't have that. Oh man. So with art, who's your biggest influence? Do you have one?
Biggest influence. When I was really obsessed with it during high school, that's when I started doing like AP art.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite during that time was Jason Sean Alexander. He
Let's pretend I don't know who that is. Which I don't know who that is.
I'm going to explain anyways. It's like he does a very like I don't know how, because he does comic book art,
mm-hmm.
but he also does like regular art as well, like museum art, and is always very dark and very like with heavy inks and all that. So it's a very like heavy shadows and all that. So
mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it too much because I kind of like pulled away from art for a while. So I forgot almost all the terminology. So I have to refresh myself a bit. So it's gonna take me a minute.
What pulled you out of art?
I was just when during the time when I dropped out of college.
Mm-hmm.
That's when art just fell apart for me.
Yeah.
Because like when I was I realized that it's gonna take me longer to get in my drawing classes or art classes, because once I transferred into art school into Kennesaw State, I realized I had to do more and more classes before I even started my major.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is not worth it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be in debt for just another 2 years of just in debt just to get to my major after I put like another 2 years before that, 2 or 3 years before that. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, this is too much schooling and wasting too much money. I don't want to do this. No. And I realized when there's some other artists who are successful without even going to college, like Jason Sean Alexander, never went to college.
Yeah, I mean,
he had he was I think apprentice, or he studied art under someone, I think, from what I remember, and he was able to get work for Marvel, DC, and
because I mean, like this is one of the things I was kind of talking to Steven about in the first interview, but like, and I think about it like if I were to have a kid, I don't think people should like if I was your parent and stuff, I wouldn't tell somebody you should go to school for art related stuff. Any entertainment purpose things, like absolutely not. Because to me, you go to college or you go to trade school, you go to obtain a skill.
Yep.
And yes, you can argue that, you're going to college to gain that skill. Like right now, you want to hone in on it, but there are so many programs out there that that you can get that skills, but also it's not a job requirement. Because like I'll take it to the extreme level. It's not like being a freaking doctor,
no,
where it's like Oh, what school did you go to? Oh, well, I didn't go to college. I took this doctorship
Yeah.
program. You know, I
I'll
went
feel sketchy. Be like, yeah, you know, I'm not hiring you for my. It's like
exactly.
you're not gonna be my doctor.
Yeah.
If you're learning from the back streets, or I'm like, no.
Yeah, and so there are certain things I'm like, you don't really need school. When it comes to the entertainment stuff, you don't need
No.
school. You're either good at it or you're not. In the sense of, okay, like
Mm.
for instance with art, and I know I'm gonna kind of play ignorance with this, uh, and we'll get into more slightly controversial stuff, but with art, it's like, okay, either people think what you drew is good or they don't think it's good,
Yeah.
and no one's gonna buy it or whatever. And like, and as far as like painting art, and same with like comic books. So, you develop your own style, your own panels, and then somebody goes like, oh my god, I like your comics, you want to work for us, like I like your style. That's not school. That's just somebody saw your product and they
Mhm.
were like, I want that product.
It's like, I want this.
I don't want somebody
I want
else
this
to
now.
have that. Yeah.
That's how it is. Either you go for like you try to display your art as much as possible, not just social media, but actually showing people your art. That way you get as many people into it.
Yeah.
That way they can hire you, like probably not there, but from later down, it's like, oh yeah, I know this one artist. He was really good.
It
And let me
needs to
contact him.
be a side gig
Yeah.
until it evolves into something else,
Yeah.
which, I think you should definitely do. You should definitely, put your stuff, make a page, I would promote it. Like next time I have you on the show, if you go like, yo, DJ, I actually made an art page, I'd be like, Eric, let's go on the show. Let's talk about it. Let's show off some of your artwork.
No,
I want to promote shit, man. I'm a promoter.
That's the thing is, but the weird thing is, eventually I started to learn that I don't want to do freelance. Like I don't want to do other people's work.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want people to like. I just realized this like not too long ago, that when people try to ask me to do their art for them or whatever, I'm kind of like, no, because I did some freelance work before, and I just didn't like the process of it. It was annoying. Luckily, the people that I worked with were nice. They were very sweet. They were very, they respond fast and all that stuff. They were like the top tier people that you want to talk to when you're freelancing them. But I realized I was like, I don't really like doing this. Like for my friends, of course, like you or Eddie and all that, I feel like it's more, I'm able to do it for you guys because like I know you will fall. I feel like I'm willing to put in the effort for you guys more than for strangers or a big company. Because I don't know, it just feels weird when I think about it.
No, I don't blame you because it's kind of the same with cooking for me. I love to cook, but the moment you introduce money and like a job to it, you add a whole new level of stress that doesn't appease you. So I'm just like, yeah, no. So I will never. I love cooking for my friends and family. But if somebody was like, oh man, hey, can you like cater this event? Is no, absolutely not. No.
No. No, I get that. I just need to stop popping on my bones.
You old man.
No, but that's the reason why I don't want to do freelance or try to like work for a company, like not even a freelance company, or I just don't want to do art as a job for other people or for a company. Like I said, I keep saying that because it's not. I don't feel as fulfilled doing that. It never felt right, and just I was kind of like,
yeah,
because when I get more and more in thought of it, it's like there's deadlines, there's people I have to please, I make sure. I
mean that's life though.
Yeah, I know.
I feel you.
But for art, that's the thing. For art, I do not like doing that for art specifically. For a regular job, I don't really care because that's a job.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say this: if you ever change your mind, I support it 100%. I think you would be like, oh man, I think it would be great, especially because with social media helps with pushing it out there. It costs nothing for you to share it, and then hopefully your friends will share it and stuff. I would definitely promote it. But yeah, no, I get you. I'm not gonna pressure you into it. But I'm just saying.
No, I get the respect. I get the respect. Like,
I'm just saying. I love you, bro. So I want to support you. Anything you decide, fine. But I want to support you. But I get it. I get it. You know, no matter even the stuff you love, like even with this show, there's still a little bit of level of stress. You're never gonna get rid of
Oh yeah,
stress,
no.
100%. But it's like a good stress. It's things that
It's
you're willing to
stress.
invite
It's a
in.
stress that is worth taking on.
Yeah. See, like right now, like I always talked about this, like after we wrap, and we say our goodbyes and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
put everything in the computer and then start the editing process. And then a part of that is a little tedious, like, oh man, I have to, go through it because I'm not super great at it just yet. But like I invite that in. I'm glad I'm inviting that in. And then I just have to manage my time. So when somebody goes like, hey, you want to hang out? And I'm like, oh, I
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
but I
have work
gotta
to
edit.
do.
Hold on, I gotta finish this and all that stuff for me and for you and
Yeah.
for my audience and all that jazz. But I get it. I totally get it. So when because one of the things people always talk about, especially in the entertainment
Mhm.
field, is like, oh, I want to be an actor or I want to be a musician and stuff, and they think of the glamorous parts of it, but they don't think about the stressful part of it, and that's one of the reasons why certain people quit on the pursuit of it. For me, I wanted to be an actor, and I quit the pursuit of it because not because oh I don't think I could have taken it. Not saying like oh I would have been an A-lister right off the bat, but I didn't like the grind. I didn't like that stress, and I was like, this ain't worth
Exactly.
it. So now I'm going through school and I'm doing this, and with that stress, I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, it's still a bit stressful, but I
Yeah, you're
like
doing it
it.
for yourself.
Yeah, and I mean, with anything you're doing it for yourself, but
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
enjoy that grind. I enjoy that
Yeah.
stress. I'm able to endure it. So I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
to each their own.
but that's the thing. I'm not gonna stop doing art. I'm because every time I do like a small little drawing or illustration, I mostly do it for myself because I'm like, all right, just letting this out for a little, letting my mind spill out, and I finish it, and I'm like, nice. I appreciate the work that I did. I'm like, all right, moving on. And I don't mind making projects for myself.
Hmm.
So it's never like it's not like I'm not ever gonna like post my own stuff out in the open. It's just more like I'm not gonna do it for other people
Hmm.
because I like to me it's not gonna be worth it.
Do you ever share any of your stuff? Like just not as in you're trying to promote yourself or anything, but do you ever like finish a project
Yeah,
and then you're like, I'm happy with this piece. I kind of want to show it off.
yeah, I do.
All right.
Yeah, I just I do it under a pseudonym, like
Mm-hmm.
a different name, and I'm not gonna share it.
What? I was about to say I want to share it. Like, oh hey, check out his work.
Yeah, no, that's the reason why I didn't say anything
No,
earlier because like I mostly like keep it to myself.
get out of my show. Like, what
I know
the?
it's weird. I'm oddly more private than I thought I was with my art.
Yeah.
It's more like every time I make it, I'm like, okay, cool. This is
No, see, okay, because I was thinking that you were gonna like, you would reject. You've done freelance work. You didn't enjoy it as much as you thought you would. So I get that you wouldn't take it as a job.
yeah,
But why not just like promote some of your work and get some compliments? Like, oh my god, that looks good. And then like the greatest compliment, hey, can you do a piece for me? And then you'd be like, no, I don't
no,
do pieces for people.
no.
I do it for me, and it's
That's the reason why I
whatever.
did it under like a pseudonym. That's why it's like under exactly. That way, if people see me and be like, "Oh, I saw your artwork. Can you do one art?" I don't want to be bothered with that.
I get that. I get that. But like, okay,
I'm
fine.
like,
But like, share.
I'm weirdly private and how I approach my art. I have no idea why I think like that. I was like, why didn't I just show my friends? Or like, for some reason, I'm just like,
I'm
I don't
not
get.
gonna lie. I love you, but I did think that's a little weird
It is a weird. I know. I admit that. That's really, really odd.
because I'm not. It's okay to like fish for compliments in a different light. Where you do you do a product
Yeah.
and you spend hours, you spent weeks on it. It feels nice for somebody to recognize that and be like, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, look at what a piece. And then I would imagine, I'm not an artist, but I would imagine that one of the highest compliments you can give an artist is like, oh man, would you do a piece for me? Like I'd pay you, I want this piece. And then for you to be in the power position and say, no, I don't do pieces for people. And so you can give
Yeah,
that no,
that
and then
ego.
you're exclusive. You're super exclusive. I'm just saying.
No, I understand that. Like, I have that little ego boost. If you're like, yeah,
Yeah, like I
no,
do that. Will you mind driving? No.
no, I'm not gonna drive for you. After you, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not trying to pressure you.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
trying to
no, no.
pressure
I
you.
get
I'm
it.
not
It's
trying
just
to
like,
pressure you.
'cause I mean, even I'm trying to make sense of it as of why I'm not want to show off to my friends and all that. Like every once in a while, like
Well, see, I'm not gonna pressure you. Also, because literally the last guest I had, my friend
yeah,
Kirsten, she's a TikTok influencer, and most of my friends have tried to get me to get a TikTok account, and I have been tempted,
yeah,
but I don't want to, because the moment I do, I know my limits. The moment I do, I'm gonna take it way too seriously. I like where my head's at now
yeah.
with the show. If somebody goes like, "Oh man, let me promote your show. We can make it bigger. We can make it better." Nah, I'm good. I like where it's at. If it grows bigger naturally, great. If it doesn't,
No,
whatever. It's
I,
I like doing what I'm doing.
yeah. I think that is more of like an ego check for me. 'Cause I always and that way is not me, is the name
Mm-hmm.
that people will gravitate to. It's just not. That's not. You're not seeing the face and my name, my
Mm-hmm.
real name. It's just like that fake name. It's like, oh, okay, he posted up some art. Nice. I want to see that person's art, but I just don't want to put my face on it. I don't know why, because I don't like having that. Having that ego is, for me, it's weird.
It kind of remind. I wonder if you can do this. There's a YouTuber. I don't know his name. My friend Tiffany showed me one of his videos. It's like this dude. He's in a silhouette kind of thing, and he reviews. I think he reviews music,
Oh,
or
that guy. Yeah, I know he's.
you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
don't know his name, but I know he's talking.
Exactly, like his identity is a secret and stuff. Like I feel like you could do something like that, but with art, where people, you have like a thumbnail or some image, like a face
Yeah, I know.
to put a name, and they'd be like, "Oh, it was done by this artist. Oh, what does he look like? Nobody knows."
No, like a lot of artists do that. So
Do
because
they
they don't.
really?
Yeah,
Ah,
like in
I
Twitter,
thought I had something
I know
here.
that in Twitter, like there's a lot of artists that don't use their real face. They always use
Son of a
like an
bitch! I
avatar
thought
that they
I
make.
was creative.
I it's
I thought
funny.
I was onto something.
No, you're not the first one to think about this. They've been doing this for a long time. There's some artists that I follow.
Fuck.
There's some artists that that I know, like not I know, but like
Yeah.
that I regularly keep up to date with that always use an avatar. Like no one knows what their identity is. They just know either they're male or female, depending if they show their hand or whatever
Yeah.
in the screen in a picture or whatever. But that's about it.
Son of a bitch. I thought I was onto something.
No, no. Artists were way ahead of the curve on social media and all that.
All right. Well, whatever. This day shot. Whatever. All right. So, what do you have a style? I was researching
Yeah.
some artists and stuff, and how, like, millions of people have like certain styles that they gravitate towards, that they try to specialize
Yeah.
in. Do you have one? And what's it called? I have no idea what.
No, no, don't worry. It's not a style you call.
Oh, okay.
Probably like the medium they work in is different for each one. Like a lot of modern artists are doing digitally with either an iPad or a Cintiq or any other alternatives, or they just do like with charcoal, pencil, oil painting.
I've seen
or
that with charcoal, dude. That
Yeah.
thing's amazing. Like,
Charcoal's really tough to handle. I tried that doing high school. I'm like,
yeah, I've seen a friend do, like, those classic, like, ball and shadow on the table and stuff, and they make it look so easy. I'm like, how the frick do you do
a
that?
lot of control. Yeah, learning how to do control your arm and all that, because there's a specific way you have to draw, because you can't just move your wrist like this
Yeah.
when you're shading. Just go like that.
Yeah.
You can't wave your wrist around. You gotta have it still and have your arm doing all the movement. So,
Do you think artists would make good surgeons? Have to have like steady hands and shit like that.
I guess so, because like
Me, I'm not. I'm too
because
shaky,
depending
bro.
on what they work on, either like a big painting or a small painting,
Mhm.
because they depending on how much detail they do, or because they're doing that one stroke over and over again to make sure everything's fine.
Mhm.
So it varies between artists and all that.
Did you ever color outside the line in coloring books?
I don't remember because I hated coloring.
Really?
I hated coloring.
I love that shit. What about tracing?
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying. Because you're a kid, you want to trace like other artwork that you find cool. I do it for like SpongeBob, Dragon Ball Z. It's like,
Oh man, Dragon Ball Z. That was like, I remember back in elementary school, that was like the closest thing to a scandalous life. Like you would bring in a Dragon Ball Z from a magazine and stuff, and somebody would, did you trace that? You probably traced that. No, I didn't trace it, and you really did trace it. But my buddy Zach, he's a really good artist. Like he can look at stuff and like draw his best. Oh man,
that's what I do
he's really
too.
good. And yeah, like he started with tracing, but then he evolved and he doesn't do tracing. No,
because you understand the form at that point, because you know how like how shapes are broken down, like how certain figures are broken down with certain shapes, so you're able to like block it and able to organize that a lot easier once you learn all that.
Yeah, no, tracing all the way. Either tracing or stick figures, or the Thanksgiving hand thing
for the turkey.
No, I could not draw to save my life. Nerdy. I drew one The Legend of Zelda Link's Master Sword.
Yeah.
In the 5th grade. I didn't trace it. I remember like looking at one and then drawing it like on the pedestal, and I think I did a really good job, and some of my friends really liked it. I remember it was like such an honor in the 5th grade, and then I lost that drawing. But I remember that was like the only good drawing I've ever done.
Like you did it without tracing.
It wasn't for a class. It was just for fun. I did it one time, and that was it.
He's like, I've made my point. I don't need to do this again.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, give me $5 million for this piece. I'm good. I'm done. Retired.
No, like the thing is that's how it is with art with me. Like I really, because I think because like I've been trained somewhat traditionally, and knowing like all these artists who did art for themselves. Of course, they did commissions for other people as well, but doing art pieces for a couple of years, but for myself, even though it's for a grade, I was kind of like carrying that. It's really hard for me to not hard to have other people in it trying to just say like, no, I don't want to like this, I want to like that. I'm like, it's only if I come to you, I'm like, I'll draw you this. Tell me what you want, because that's when I like you enough to where I could draw art for you.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And well, kind of speaking of art, how do I phrase this? The only art piece I own, kind of say, is literally the Batman right behind me.
Silhouette. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was given to me by Neil and like his ex-girlfriend Andrea.
Yeah.
Like I forgot what he did. He did something. Andrea, I think, did the rest. But that is one of my favorite freaking piece ever. Like I will treasure that thing till the day I die. If the house were to go on fire, I'm going back for that.
You're going back to get that. No, I was gonna draw you an art piece just to fit here, but I didn't have enough time for it.
It's all good. No, I again.
I wanted the I know.
Did the logo, so
but that I wanted to do it as a gift as well. So, but the thing is, I have to frame it, and the paper I wanted to draw on is pretty big. So I was like,
I'll find some room too.
But it's like put it like in the wall. You can't put it up in the shelves.
I'll find a way.
You find a way.
I'll find a way. But
you probably have to do it sideways, but it would look weird.
No, like trust me, I'm gonna find a way.
You'll find it.
But yeah, no, that's honestly one of my favorite art pieces. So yeah, like anytime if somebody were to make me I mean, I don't want people to do it for free. I want to be able to pay them and all that stuff, which kind of leads me into a little bit of what I kind of want to talk about. Abstract art. Yeah. What are your thoughts on
that? It could be cool, but it has to be really well designed. Like, you just can't throw paint up there and be like, "This is abstract art. Give me the monies." And I'll be like, no, I gotta slap your kneecaps for that. You can't have that. I can't have that.
I'm glad you
No,
said that because I mean,
like it's certain because like there are certain abstract paintings that could work really well. You just look for the artist who actually puts effort into it. I don't want to like some chuckle fuck to have like put like three dots of red paint and be like that is art. It's like what's it supposed to be? Like I don't know, like cherries or whatever. Like
use your imagination. It's art. Dude, abstract art's bullshit. I don't
it
care.
really is.
I want to say, like I'm gonna say most art
It's
modern
most
days, like
modern day art is more BS than anything else.
yeah,
Only like certain artists like a really do a good job, but I haven't really looked for them, and that's on me because I have to look for them because I haven't searched for a while.
I consider art almost the same league as I consider wine, except wine is probably a little bit more like a little bit less pretentious than art, but not too far off. Like maybe a degree smidge, but
I get it. I get it.
well, I'm mainly talking about abstract.
No,
art,
I'm saying that's why I'm saying I get it.
see, and because like I hear the same thing with wine that I do with art, where like specifically abstract art. Did you ever watch the TV show Parks and Recreation?
No.
Okay. Not important, but like basically, there's a character there, Aziz Ansari, and I almost said I'm sorry, Aziz Ansari. There's this episode where he pays this painter and he gives him like this abstract art, and at first throughout the episode he's like, "This is crap," and then when he goes off to present it, he's like, "Oh, I kind of like it." And then by the end of the episode, he's been staring at it for hours.
It's like I stared at this thing like for 5 hours now.
I've
cried. Most beautiful thing.
Like,
it's the most beautiful thing I ever seen.
Yeah, and so and then somebody was like, "Oh, it's basically you have to find the right art and all that stuff. Just like you have to find the right wine. Whatever, fine. I'm open to the idea. I haven't seen one. Not that I go out of my way to find abstract art, but." I think most of it is just bulk. I think most of it is just somebody threw paints and just smeared in. It's like art.
Yeah, no, I get it because like there's a lot of like because like with art, there's too many variables and too many like people trying to say like I put so much thought into this and they have like just a scrape.
Yeah, they're just like threw paints, ruined the canvas, and was like, "All right, pay me $5 million." Not even. It's like $50 million and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what?
No, because like one of my favorite artist, like he does very good details, but he's a very odd guy. Salvador Dali. I don't know if you heard of him. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I've heard of him. Oh yeah, like, Salvador. Yeah, I know.
He's like one of the most famous. I thought he's like one of the most famous painters of all time. But
I don't know what. Vincent Van
I know.
Gogh.
You should know one painting that he did. He did like the melting clocks.
Oh,
he did that.
Okay, yeah. If you tell me like the certain paintings, I'll know it that than the name. I think Vincent Van Gogh is the only artist I know.
Yeah,
and
Picasso.
Okay.
Yeah. Like even though he does like a Picasso, even though he does like Cubism art.
Did Da Vinci do art? I know he invented Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci.
No, did what?
Didn't he do art too?
Yeah, he did art too. Yeah,
I know he did inventions. I'm just trying to.
He did like because he did like a lot.
Okay.
He did paintings as well.
Who did the Mona Lisa?
Him.
Oh. Okay. It just goes to show how much I know about fucking art.
That's the most basic
my
information
uncultured
ever.
swine ass. Like
that's the most basic information out there. No, but
who did the Mona Lisa? I don't give a fuck.
No, but there are artists that actually try to challenge like there's always a movement during the that I followed. Then when I was doing art history and following certain artists and all that, and they really did revolutionize certain in each movement. There's always something new. You could tell that it's like, oh, that's cool. That's a new way of doing it. I think there's one called pointillism. Basically, they don't paint it, but they put dots of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, things like that
That's
where
when you're like, oh yeah, I want to pay for that.
yeah, like if I see, not that I'm rolling in cash or anything, but like I've been to coffee shops where I'll see paintings and it'll be like $500, and it'll just be like a painting somebody painted at the lake and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. It's better than anything I could ever do. But I'm just like, why would I spend $500 on that? That looks something personable.
Yeah,
Like
it is very
if
personable
it's
at that point.
somebody's lake house,
Then
you
that
know
makes
that
sense.
you contracted an artist to paint. It's like, yeah,
That makes
I'll
sense.
go ahead and pay. Right before we write out the contract, and the artist says, oh, it's gonna be 500, 250 now, 250 when it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, we agree. All right, here you go. Here's the money and all that stuff. Oh my God, this painting is beautiful. Here's the rest. Okay, cool. Hey, you want another contract? But like your average Joe going into a coffee shop, seeing that lake
They're not
house
gonna
painting,
understand it.
I'm not gonna pay fucking $500 for this. Doesn't mean anything to me. Now I get it.
It's hilarious at times because like I used to do volunteer work for a museum.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! What is it called again? It's been so long because of
Oh, who cares? Move on.
I think it's called the Mocha. Oh, it's gonna bother me now. But they have like every year they have artists submit their paintings and drawings, and they have like it's like local artists. It's from people from Georgia.
Okay, cool.
So it's like either students or actual established professionals, and some of them charge way too much for what they are valued for.
Mhm.
Like I saw some of them, I'm like, really that much? You want someone wants to charge? And I talked to like the head manager, or I forgot the person who runs the place. Even she was like, yeah, I don't get it either. Like for certain artists, I understand, but for that one, for some of them that I saw, I was like,
See, I don't even get it for those certain artists. Like, if at that point it's just brand name. Oh, it's
yeah,
because so and so did that. Okay, but what did so and who was so and so in the beginning before you decided so and so was
yeah,
special? Like what? And like you said, like doing dots where it forms a picture. That's skill.
yeah.
Like that, and that
Because you
takes
understand,
time.
that's
That's
a lot.
quality. That can't necessarily be replicated.
No, because you gotta understand the value of colors and you gotta plan it out, especially how big you want to make it, and make sure everything is like aligned, so it's not like there's not a mistake in there. So it's
I
very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Do things
I
like that.
went to like an art show back in KSU. Like a friend of mine invited me, and I was like, all right, fine, I'll go just for something to do. Not that I was into it. And um like somebody put it into perspective, which I get. Not that I agree, I
Mm,
get why certain art are like expensive and why some artists charge a lot is because they want to treat it like a job in a sense where
no, I get it.
uh
Like you have to make sure you respect yourself, and
yeah, where all right, I want to
you don't want to lowball it, or else people will take advantage of you.
yeah, it's where, say something about somebody's trying to give you a project and you're like, all right, and you charge like X amount of, dollars and it's pretty high. It's because somebody was putting it into perspective. That person wants to be able to take whatever time off work so they can
Yeah,
work at it, not so they can vacation, so they
so they
can
can work
work
on it.
8-hour days a
Because like
day
painting, like
to do this project, to take it really seriously. Now I get that.
it
There's
just depends on like the you have like a piece of work and you're questioning the value, not the value, but the skill
yeah,
that's been put on that canvas or whatever. We're
and
kind of like, what?
yeah. No, and I know that, people who are art collectors and people who buy like, these pricey arts, they don't just buy from willy-nilly
No,
people. They buy from somebody they trust, who they know their work and they know their work ethics,
yeah,
where like, okay, I know this person's going to work like 10 hours a day working on this piece and take it really seriously.
oh, definitely,
So, and also not only that they're going to take it seriously, but they're not going to redo a bunch of times because I want this piece in a
yeah,
reasonable amount of
because
time.
because of a lot of research, a lot of sketching, and a lot of like also time, but also like the depending if it's like digital or oh no, if it's done traditionally, it's a lot of material that goes in there. Like
Mhm.
you got paintings, like the paint, itself, like oil paintings, that's
Oh no, they're
hard to
pretty
work.
pricey. Yeah.
Either the brushes, the other uh products that go into the painting as well, like
Like the canvas, all
turpentine.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot goes into it, like in a painting.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like when I see something that's really skilled, you'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I could tell when things feel half-assed.
I mean, I know, somebody can come with the argument, like, oh, it's the eyes of the beholder, which I agree. Like, nobody can necessarily argue with that. But my next question is, isn't there certain like, uh, uh, let's see, like certain rules, certain fundamentals of art that you have to follow?
No. Well,
No.
yes. No, the thing is, like, there
Like
is
you can't
fundamental.
just grab charcoal and do whatever. You have to do a
Uh,
certain.
understand the fundamentals of art.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm saying yes, then no. That way, because once you understand it, you can like break it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, Picasso, before he did cubist paintings, those are little square paintings, whatever he does, or like those really, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I actually do know what you're talking about
okay.
at this point.
Before
Yeah.
then, he was a traditional painter. He actually painted things in great detail. He was really good at it
Mm-hmm.
because he learned the fundamentals. He learned how to like measure with his eye, learn to like break down things in shape, and how to use paintings and all that. How to use paints. But after a certain point, he's like, you know what? F the rules, and he just breaks it down apart and made cubist paintings after that point. But it's not like but it's also because he was influenced by other art as well to help him really break down the understanding of art that people knew it at that time.
Yeah.
That's why he's famous. He's just as famous as today, recognizable his name.
Yeah.
Because he really transformed art from that at that point
Yeah.
when he did the cubist paintings.
Yeah. No, I get that. Where rules are there, like as a guide, but some rules you can bend, some rules
Yeah,
you can break.
like it's definitely is a guide just to help them understand the principles and be like, okay, since I understand it, let's bend it to my own will and see what I could create from that.
Yeah. No, okay, I get that. Yeah, I mean, again, going back to the eyes of the beholder, like I get it, but I don't know. Like I really would like to sit down with somebody who fully disagrees with me, and if anything, is trying to persuade me to look at this art and
You think of it a different way?
and tell me, or at least let me listen to what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Like, let's look at a piece and I'll tell you my thoughts. You tell me your thoughts, and let's compare and contrast. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I'm not trying to like, yeah, I'm trying to be funny, trying to rip on them a little bit, but at the same time, like, I am genuinely curious.
Oh yeah. No, like I said, there's one. You know, we were bashing on abstract art. But the thing is, there's one abstract artist, a German painter called Aslam Kiefer. I think that's his name. It's been a while since I looked him up. But one of his paintings is in the High Museum. And that's actually really good abstract painting because of the fact that it's huge. And he uses like very like clumps of paint. And if you look at close, you don't know how it looks like. But if you look at from afar, it's like a beach with waves crashing in with the constellations in the sky. And it looks so cool. And once you get a closer look and see how thick the paint is, you kind of like, wow, he got all that and made all that paint and made this big painting just for,
So wait, you're saying that if you're close, you can't really
tell because like even though the painting is big,
Mm-hmm.
like it's like freaking huge. Like when you're right up the close, like me and you right now, it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But if you're away from it, you kind of like you see the whole picture of it. That's what I call like that's the kind of abstract painting that I like.
Yeah.
Because it does form something if you look at it a certain way. But
I'm sorry.
I know it's weird.
And no.
Because before like I was bashing it because like but that's like those sort of like I'm talking about those bullshit artists.
Yeah. No, because see, I feel like if I were to do art, I'd be that one troll where both ways where if I go somewhere, I'd be like, I can't see the painting. Like, I don't understand. It's like, back away, DJ. Ah, I see it now. Okay. Or at the same time, if I was an artist wearing my little, beret
Right.
and a little ask off and stuff, and somebody's like, I don't understand. "Ah, you need to back up, and so they can see. It's like, I still don't get it. Keep backing up, and then once they leave the front door, I'd be like, all right, good, moving on. Those peasants. Get my scarf and
You just like flicking over. I don't know, like there, like because there are abstract art that's really really good. I think I mentioned it earlier. Like,
yeah. I mean, granted,
it's like
I
it
haven't
just
seen those
really,
yet, but I don't doubt that they're out there. I just haven't seen them.
yeah, no, I get it because like there is like a lot of BS stuff that's out there as well, but there are some abstract art that could be really really good. It's just
Yeah.
like the right artist has to do it, and
Yeah.
once you see it, you'd be like, oh, now that makes sense. I see what you mean, Eric.
Yeah. All right. Let's say, like, right now,
Hmm?
you have, like, all the money in the world,
Hmm?
right? And money's not a problem. What kind of art would you buy? Like, something, whatever the piece, style, whatever. What kind of art would you buy when you go, like, yeah, what's the price? $10,000? Here you go. Done.
What kind of art that I will buy if I have all the money in the world?
Yeah.
Just to,
Like, what's some stuff, like, what I know what I would buy, but I want to hear what you would buy.
I don't know. That's a good question. Because usually, every time I look at art, I'm like, that's so cool. Moving on. Because I never think about owning art.
Yeah.
Which is also really
no,
weird.
real quick. I never thought about owning art till I mean, the year doesn't matter, but literally, like, for the sake of the story, but it's not too far off.
Yeah.
2017, 2018. No, 2017. Actually, never mind. 2017. That I finally saw a piece where I was like, I would legit buy this. I think
Yeah.
I like this kind of style.
Yeah. And the thing is, because once you find like a piece that just gravitates to you, you like, I'm willing to pay for it. But for me, I haven't found any yet. Because there are artists that I appreciate a lot and they influence me as well.
Mm-hmm.
But none of them to the point where I'm like, I want to own this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never gotten to that point.
Oh, I saw one where I'm like, it was a mural though, but I was like,
Hey, it works.
I want this style though. Like, if somebody, if I had all the money in the world, I would find that artist. I'd be like, hey, draw me a mural or a frame picture, but I want this kind of stuff.
Yeah, usually you get the money and you just slap it in the face with like the cash, and he's like, make it.
This. Now, here's the money.
Here's more money. Smack him again, and he's like, here.
Well, I'm kind of busy. Here's more money. No, you're not. Do you want me to tell you mine?
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Colorado, Snowmass, Colorado, and there's this bowling alley in this village, and I went there with one of my ex, and like, as soon as you walk in, there's this mural with like, basically comic book characters in everyday life. So there's this one mural, like, I vaguely remember it. It's with Batman, the Joker, and I think the Penguin, and they're all like in tuxedos. They're all holding cigars and they're all laughing. Right behind them is like a poker table and stuff.
You're just living life.
They're just living life. Like, it's like, from the neck up, it's the comic book characters, but the neck down, it's like they're just wearing suits, casual, smoking cigars and stuff. There, and Batman and Joker are laughing, and it looked like the Penguin was telling them a joke and stuff. And I don't know why, but I was like, this is cool. Like, I would get this. And then they had on another side of the wall, they had another mural, and it was Marvel characters. I totally forgot what this one was. I think that they were bowling or something like that. And it wasn't just like, oh, they just drew Captain America and Iron Man just bowling, but they made it they captured how they're just regular people doing regular things. They're not doing anything superpower like. They're just
Yeah, just chilling.
just chilling.
It's like we got a break.
We got Batman and the Joker just chilling. Like these two are not fighting, nothing. They're just chilling. They're wearing suits. They're just chilling.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was like, I love this. I would pay good money for this.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
if I
thing.
had good money.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing about like fan art, because you have people who are just big fans of like certain franchises, and they draw characters just chilling, or just them in certain circumstances that are not normal for them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't help but appreciate it. It's like, oh, that's a new way of looking at them.
Oh man,
it's always cool to see that, because like every time I see that, I'm like, yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I gravitated towards that, being nerdy as I am. And you take comic book characters, video game characters, anime, whatever, and you put them in like just a chill everyday life scenario. I don't know. I love it. I'm like, if I had money, I would pay good money for that. I would showcase that. I would, whenever I get like a nice studio, I will definitely showcase that. Oh man. So if any other artists listening, it's like, when I get money, we're working.
Because when you start looking for fan art, you see how passionate the fans are, and how invested they are into these characters that they just gravitate towards, and just them with their family. Like I can't remember it too well, but I just see some like fan art of just like Vegeta just being with his children, just like the way he is, stoic and all that, but being a little play. It's an animation now. I think about it. It's a little GIF or whatever, like where he has his still has his tail, and
playing with Trunks or something.
Yeah, play with the Trunks, and Trunks would just chase his tail around, and so it's that little moment. So you'd be like, "Oh, that's so nice." It gives me the feels inside.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I hope it's Vegeta. Now I think about it.
Oh, how dare you if you don't?
No, because like it's been a long time since I saw that one.
Vegeta's my boy, man.
No, but I'm 90% sure it's Vegeta, because he has his classic style, just him crossing his arms, being stoic, going.
Yeah,
it's just been years since I saw that one.
Yeah,
so it's really cool to see that kind of stuff.
So you don't have any one that like comes into mind, something that you would buy, maybe? No. What do you think of fan art? Like,
I support it.
Yeah,
like all artists supported it. Like, just don't trace, don't steal art.
Yeah,
and say it's your own. But like, I think that's all. Like a majority of artists, even like writers, they're like,
plagiarism is a big issue in that world.
If you get called out, you're screwed.
Yeah, you are. I was listening to a podcast with this one artist, Jack White. I only know him because he does jujitsu. I didn't know he is a painter. And
Jack White, the same guitarist from White Stripes, or
no?
Okay, because I won't be surprised if he does art as well.
But yeah, he I only know him because he does jiu-jitsu, but he also paints, and I didn't know that. And he was sharing this one story about that somebody stole his work, and he saw it, and I think he does SpongeBob. He's the artist who does SpongeBob. I think. I'm not 100%. Yeah. It's something with SpongeBob. And so he has this really crazy plagiarism story, and I was just like, dude, that's like it. I say this because I'm not an artist. I'm not in that world. But I'm just like, man, why would you? I get why in a way, because you're just jealous. All it is pure jealousy. But for me, I'm just like, I cannot see myself, me, DJ Jimenez, trying to plagiarize work. No. I'm not an artist. Like, fuck that. If someone goes like, oh, well, draw me something real quick, I can't get away with that. Yeah. No,
because you're stealing away the effort that people put into it. Because they thought about it. They really enjoyed the idea. They sketch it out. They try and adjust to make sure everything's good. Then they color it. I mean, they detail it. They color it and all that. And just to see someone else being like, no, it's mine now. And so it is very, very frustrating. And once you get called out, you're like, the artist would drag not just one that
The
artist,
blacklist you.
but the community will just drag you. Be like, you cannot do this. What's wrong with you?
Oh, you'll never work in the business again if
No,
you screw the wrong person.
yeah, like anything in the creative field, if you try to plagiarize, is just
Yeah.
it's
Well
like
said.
the biggest sin you could do.
Oh yeah. Well said. Well said. Um. So what kind of so kind of like my theme of the show is I ask for advice, like for anybody who's listening, not necessarily for me, but you're talking to me. What advice would you give? Like, say I wanted to start art. Like,
Yeah,
you know what, Eric, you've inspired me. I wanna start. I can't draw worth of shit.
hmm
Like, what advice would you give to an aspiring artist? What's like right now when we rap? What's the first thing I should do to get started?
get paper and pencil and start just drawing.
Really?
Just simple as that. Like then, just to make sure you have that at least that motivation just to do more,
Hmm.
like to just to put out the work and learn from YouTube channels, like because that's
You
where
can
you
learn
get a lot of
anything on
information
YouTube,
from.
yeah.
And there's like tons of videos of like YouTubers being like, here are some foundation skills that you should learn if you want to get better at art, like learn anatomy, learn how to hold your pencil properly, how to um, j- uh, draw specific things that you want to do. Like there's a whole line. All you gotta do is pick up a pencil and just go ahead and go. Because all you need is paper and pencil. That's all it is.
Really?
And if you're and the drive to do it, that's all it is.
Yeah,
To
because
me.
I would add like I remember this talking with Steven. Um, one of his advice was to not only start something but to finish a project.
Yeah,
And he was telling me he can't tell me how many times he's heard people and himself included, and me too. Like who hasn't like started something
and never
and
finishing it.
never finished it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm blessed with this podcast because now that I've started, there is no finishing. It,
you keep going.
like I mean, to take it to a dark realm until I die,
Yeah,
until there's a big
or until you're done, you feel like I don't want to do this anymore.
well, yeah, but honestly, like I don't see myself stopping. But
Yeah,
like,
but you never know. That's the
yeah,
thing.
you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But until I lose all my equipment, that's not even like in a big, burning house. The house goes down in a big flame. Uh, that just sets me back. But I'm still alive. Hopefully, I still have a job. I can still rebuy new equipment and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But yeah, like not only starting something but probably finishing. But okay, so your advice is
just go.
just start.
Just
Just
start. It's okay, even if you're bad. Because
what's
I
something that like sorry to cut you off. What's like something that they should draw first? Like is there an exercise like oh learn how to draw a flower, learn how to draw a tree kind of deal? Is there any exercise like that? Kind of like
the,
how music if you want to learn to play the guitar you learn how to scale or
yeah, the scales
something.
and all that. Yeah, the thing is, what's a good exercise to do is like drawing circles. Like this is more like a warm up than anything
Mhm.
else. Is drawing circles a lot. Just continuous circles. Try and make them as close to perfect as you can.
Mhm.
That way you have more control of your arm, and it's a good warm up. And also having like making straight lines, like having an X on one end and the circle on the other, and just trying to make straight lines to that one certain point, and that way you get learn how to get like straighter lines,
Mhm.
like learn how to get straight lines. Those are some exercises that I do every once in a while that help me like have control of my arm and uh, you just have like line control as well. So
Is that why you're wearing the little wrist thing? Like, does it help kind of thing?
no,
Or is
that's
that
just
an
because
injury shit?
I overexerted my arm too much.
With drawing?
Not just drawing, just for my job and from guitar as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just years of it, so I just kind of like I just get pain all over my shoulder. So that's why I wear the glove all the time. So just
Helps.
yeah, it just helps the pain.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right, man. Well, we just did like about, like an hour three. We're not done yet. We still got, some. Wait, did it stop? No, it's going. Oh my god! Like I almost had a mini heart attack. Like, yo, did it stop? Um, So for the last part of the show, I like to try to play unless you have somewhere to be.
No. Before we continue, could we get the younglings out?
Oh yeah.
Let's do that.
Grab the beer. So it's right behind the
All right.
wall, right on that fridge.
All
Get
right.
me
So
one
is it
too.
fine to leave everything recording and all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just take off your headphones. Go grab it. It's all good. He'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just grabbing some beer. Appreciate you, my friend.
Well,
All right.
so we're at an hour 30 in it.
No, we're in like an hour and 9, but then I have to edit, cut down certain things.
Because I don't know how many.
So it's probably like an hour and 6 at this point. I don't know.
Because I don't know how long you want to keep going. That's the thing.
Oh, until we play this game, it's fine. Like my max, like I did discover this, is like around 2 hours and like 13, maybe 15 minutes. So we're good. And I'm monitoring the time. So, you know.
So like an
no rush.
hour, you want to get like an hour's worth of material?
We have an hour's worth.
Oh, no. Sorry.
What?
No. My mistake. I thought you do. I don't really spend an hour already. No, it's just.
Oh no, time flies when doing this.
No, because I expect to talk about some other things as well. I didn't expect to just talk art.
Oh,
I feel like I'm still. Because I still feel a lot rusty on the art area.
Yeah.
'Cause it's been so long since I actually tackled that. So I feel like I'm not really giving really good answers when talking about
dude,
it.
You're fine. Like I said, it's just a chill show, and I mean we're gonna have you back on. This is not gonna be the last time you come on.
Yeah, because like right now I'm kind of like I feel like I'm not giving really good answers or.
I think you are. Don't worry about it. Screw it.
Well,
Well, cheers, man.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Again, thank you for the logo. Thank you for coming today.
Oh, no problem.
All right, man. So
Definitely
something I like to do is to try to play Would You Rather.
Yeah,
Those are yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of it's yours.
Oh, all of it. I thought it was just one, and it's like
No. So I gave you 5. I haven't looked at them, and I haven't looked at mine. So we're gonna play Would You Rather. And yeah, just 5 for you, 5 for me.
All
I
right.
think this one good content, and also it's fun. So you start things off.
All right. It's like, would you rather have your bed set at a 60-degree angle, or have a toilet that bucked like a bronco?
What was the first one?
Have your bed set at a 60-degree angle. Like, you think me? I don't know what you mean by that.
Have the bed set to 60 degrees angle.
Like, have the bed like this and just have the 60-degree angle. Like,
Okay. And
I don't know what it means by that. Or just have like just taking your mattress, just twisting it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, we'll think of both. But and then what was the second one?
Have a toilet that bucked like a bronco.
Have a toy.
Toilet. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Have a toilet that bucked like a bronco.
Okay, like the horse. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not really good at reading.
Man. Okay, so I'm automatically gonna pick the freaking bed. I feel. Okay. I do think it's gonna be a 60-degree angle this way.
Yeah,
for those who are watching. Instead of this way, because that's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. I was like,
you're
like this, or
so
just,
it is
like it was slightly tilted.
So 90 degrees, so 60 degrees would probably be like that.
I think so. I don't know. I think so. That'd be really funny to.
I don't have a protractor here, but I know 90 degrees is this.
Yeah.
So 60 degrees is probably like this, because 30 would be here and then 0. So 30, 60. So it's like diagonal.
I guess so. I don't know.
So
someone in the comments would be like, "You dumbasses," is like this.
Well, fuck, you can't physically sleep like that. And to be on a toilet that bucks like a bronco while you're trying to take a shit, like, it's not, or piss, like, it's not gonna work.
It doesn't make sense. I'm like,
and then you're just gonna dirty the bathroom. That's not good.
60. I would have done that as well. Like,
I don't want to clean the bathroom every time I have to use. No. So
No.
it's gonna be the bed, but that's not even good. Oh my god.
They're both kind of uncomfortable.
I already have back problems. I'm only 29. Dang.
Oh, you're only 20. You turned 21 already? Because I know I thought we were always the same age. That's why I kind of like.
Wait, how old are you?
28.
20. Oh, I
Yeah,
guess
okay.
I'm a year older than
Yeah. Okay, no, I thought we were both the same age. It was just okay.
you. All right. So which one would you pick? The bed?
The bed.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
uncomfortable.
cleaning the
The
bathroom.
thing is, I sleep like a cat, so I'm like, I always have my body in like weird positions and all that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that's not big of a deal for me if it's like in a different angle. I'll just
Ugh.
adjust. I'll learn to adapt.
I'm not gonna enjoy it, but I'm not cleaning the freaking bathroom all the time while
Yeah,
I
no, I'm not doing
use
that
it.
either.
Oh my god, this is horrifying.
What?
Would you rather have your eyes and nipples switch places or your nose and navel switch places?
Eyes and nipple. Because think about it. Because if my nose is right there where my navel is, I'm smelling my crotch if I sweat, and I'm not having that. Because I have weird body odor, so I'm just like, no.
Oh. I mean, if I had eyes for nipples, I'm just gonna have to cut holes here so I can see.
Yeah, I need to see, so I don't really care. So
So
I'll
I
cut the
guess that'd
holes.
be fine. Nose and navel. I feel like I can get away with that one because it's just like, oh, just a weird birth defect, and I feel like you can maybe cover it up. But the eyes on
I'll just put sunglasses right there where the nipples will be. So that way
excuse me, my eyes are right here.
you just go out to people. My eyes are right here.
My eyes are right here.
Right here. You like you try to massage your nipples, and people are like, "What the hell are
I
you
can see a
doing?"
girl.
You're like, "Hey, right here,
Right.
my eyes."
Oh god. And then if you think, yeah, I feel bad for girls if you think you're already getting like some bad looks at your body, just seeing a dude look at your eyes where your nipples are is just like just creepy. Because now your eyes are here, so you're looking up, and that's not a pretty sight. I'm gonna go with the nose and navel though. I'm no.
No, I can't. I don't want to smell my crotch. No.
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be good, but I want my eyes up here. I'm not gonna have them down here. I don't want to cut all my shirts just so I can see
I'll
now.
live through it.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, my turn. Okay, I just realized it has both sides. So, all right.
I mean, we're only do 5.
What the? Drink a warm mug of Saint Bernard slobber, or a mucus glazed donut.
Okay, I'm done with this game.
It's like we retire this. You don't want to give in to this.
Oh my god, no. No to both. Oh. I'm not even gonna repeat it just because I've probably already tuned some people out. Oh god. I mean, again, I don't like any of them, but I'm not. I'd rather eat the donut. I can't drink some. I can't hold it down. I have to. I
I
feel
like I
like
can't keep either of them down. I'd be like,
no, I can't either. But I feel like I can munch my way through a donut faster than I can drink
Drink it.
something. I don't like any of them, but I feel like I can just be done with it.
I get that. But for me, with drinking, it'll be easier for me.
Really?
Yeah, because like I'm just used to drinking a lot, so just like not just beer.
Alcoholic.
But like I always drink a lot of water, tea, and all that when I'm at work or at home. So that's me. I'm used to it, and only like twice a day. So munching on something is not that big of a deal.
I can't drink
It's
anything bad. Like I said before, like wine. I hate wine.
Yeah, okay.
I can't.
I remember
But I've ate bad things before, and I feel like I could hold that down versus drinking something bad.
No, I have food poisoning. I think that's why I don't want to eat it.
I mean, that too. I mean, either way, it's not pleasant.
Yeah, either way, it's not gonna be a good time.
Okay. This one's not too bad.
All right.
All right. Would you rather have to mow your whole lawn using nail clippers or scrub your bathroom spotless with your toothbrush?
With my toothbrush.
Same. If people in the military can do it, I can do it. I'm not.
It's not that big of a deal. That was too easy.
My lawn's too big, anyways. I'm not using fucking nail clippers. No, I can clean the bathroom. It's not.
Yeah, that was a little too
toothbrush.
easy. That was a little too obvious because, like, yeah.
Yeah. Your turn.
Actually, either one of these would be good. Okay, whatever. That's just aside. Only be able to drink from a high-powered fire hose at full force, or only use a frequent. Oh wait, or only from a frequently used bird bath.
Bird bath.
Yeah. So drink from either the fire hose or a bird bath.
Fire hose. I've done that as a kid. I'm good.
A fire hose?
Oh, fire hose. I thought you said like the water hose.
No. Fire hose, like a high-powered fire hose at full force. just...
I'm still picking that. I'm not drinking after bird shit.
I can only imagine.
Like I'd rather like freaking suffer some bruises with water. Just I'm not even gonna reenact it, but I could. No.
Don't people get knocked back from like a fire hose?
I would. I'm probably only drink a little bit, but I'm not drinking after bird shit. No, that's an obvious.
I can only imagine. It's like I just want one shot of water, and then you pull out the fire hose and you shoot it really fast like a gun. It's like, and they just how fast it goes, and you just breaks your neck at first. You'd be like,
if I die, I die. I'm not drinking bird shit.
I'm going out with dignity.
Is that dignity, though? Some idiot would ask, would you rather? All right. I feel like this one's pretty easy. Like, because we're young people. So, would you rather be stuck in an elevator with a punk rock mosh pit or with temperamental 2-year-olds?
Mosh pit.
Mosh pit.
Yeah.
I can enjoy it, you know? Even on my down days, mosh pit like just lives, you just...
Yeah.
All right, here's my floor, guys. All right, next time. Temperamental 2-year-olds? No.
They go for a while.
I'm a freaking kick them like a football. I'm sorry, no.
You do like a German suplex or whatever you do to the child.
Choke slam.
Shut up.
I say that.
You do not promote child abuse. Don't do that.
Oh man, I say that, but like one of the most adorable things is like when I will see videos of like a dad and son or daughter, doesn't matter, doing wrestling on the bed and stuff, and I just think that's cute. I'm like, I can't wait to do that. But no, a temperamental 2-year-olds that are not my kids in an elevator and I have to suffer. No, I'd rather do a punk rock mosh pit. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, would you rather permanently share a bedroom with 200 immortal mosquitoes or 3 immortal cage-free boa constrictors?
I'm so sorry. I did not listen.
I'm
so sorry.
Would you rather permanently share your bedroom with 200 immortal mosquitoes or 3 immortal cage-free boa constrictors?
Dude, fuck this game. What? No, absolutely not to either. This is the worst.
You gotta pick one. You can't. No. You have to pick.
See, if I'm with the mosquitoes and they're immortal, I'm constantly
Being bitten.
constantly being bitten. I just wish I was dead. Or sharing with these freaking huge snakes and most likely going to die. And it's not going to be a pleasant death. If that's what my life has gone down to, I deserve to die. I'm picking the snakes.
I'll go with the snakes as well. Because I don't like, even one mosquito bite is just annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I get
I just
really
went
aggravated.
kayaking earlier today, and I got bit like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, no.
This is from 3 bites. But with like 200, you're kind of like,
I
you
wish
go
I
all
was
over your
dead.
body to get, no.
Wait, it's 200. Not that
200.
number matters. I was like, it's 200. Maybe I can deal with it. If it was 250, that's a no. No, I picked the snakes. Just freaking kill me at that point. I don't know. Would you rather? This is so freaking dumb. Would you rather be stranded in a jungle and have a spatula or a hand mirror? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'd rather have a hand mirror, just so I don't trust the jungle. Just
Oh,
in case
just like,
something's sneaking up
that's actually kind
behind
of
me. I'm just
smart.
like walking.
Now thinking about it, that's actually kind of smart. I was gonna go with the spatula. That way I can smack things with it. But I'm like, do you have that foresight behind you? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm
Because of
picking the hand
animals and all
mirror.
that. Yeah, that
Never
that
mind.
makes
You know
sense.
what? That's not even dumb.
That's not even dumb. That's just pretty.
I picked that one for sure.
A little inconvenient to have to keep. No, it's actually really good. Never mind. All right.
All right, your last one, then my last one.
I feel like this one would be pretty easy, but clog the toilet at your friend's dinner party, or take a dive down the stairs in front of your coworkers or schoolmates.
So the first one.
Clog the toilet at your friend's dinner party, or take a dive down the stairs in front of your coworkers or schoolmates.
Oh, I'm an asshole, so like I'm inclined to pick the first one because knowing me, I just be like, guess what I just did to your bathroom? You're gonna have to go fix it. You're gonna have to hire somebody. I picked the first one.
Someone did that before at my friend's house, but I didn't. I clogged the toilet, but not from taking shit. But I threw up in there because we were drinking that night, and I was like, I drank too much. I need to throw up. I threw up the toilet, and when I flushed, it did not flush. So,
Oh my god, no!
It overflowed.
No!
And apparently, it got so bad because of how bad the water overflowed. It started leaking through and going through the basement as well.
No!
And my friend's parents had to replace some of the wood or whatever that has been damaged or whatever. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, no. That sucks.
I felt so bad.
Oh my god. I don't have a similar story to that, but the closest was a few years back. I like one of my first serious girlfriend, we were dating. It was the first time I went over to her place and I had to use the bathroom and just casually flushed down the toilet after my business, and it looked like it was about to overflow, and I was like, fuck no. But luckily there was a toilet plunger right there, and I was like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
And then stopped it, and I was like, mini heart attack moment. But I was trying to be super quiet using the plunger. I didn't want, like, even though nobody was close to the bathroom, but like I was, what if somebody's like walking by? I don't want them to be like, is he using the plunger? What did he do? Like,
I don't hear you go.
Yeah, I was being as silent as possible. Just it was so bad.
You know, I don't want to do that. That would be really funny if that happened to me, though. If I just be like, because I wouldn't be embarrassed at all for that. But
Oh man, since I was with this girl and I liked her at the
Oh yeah,
time,
that's
I
true.
was
Yeah,
just like, man, please, no, wrong move. Oh god. All right. Let me see. No, this one. All right. This is the grossest one. All right. Would you rather be reincarnated as a futon in a rowdy frat house or as a urinal?
Either one is bad.
Either one is bad. Oh
Because
my.
in the urinal, people get throw. Well, both of them you could piss on, or you throw up.
You might get shit on too.
Yeah.
Somebody's super drunk. It's like, oh, fuck it.
It's like I need to take a shit out.
Oh god, no, man.
Either way is a nightmare. Like there's no upside to either. Because in the frat boy, because like frat boy house, you're screwed either way.
You're screwed either way.
Because it only takes one to like take it further. It's like, look what I could do, or whatever. I'll go with the futon, I guess.
I'm gonna go with the futon only because. Listen, I'd rather get stepped on.
Yeah.
I'd rather somebody passes out on me.
Yeah.
Just as long as nobody fucks on top of me, I'm good.
Oh yeah.
Just
That's
as
also
long as
concern.
nothing scandalous happens like that on top of this futon, I am good. I'm going to pick the futon. Also because, you know what? They have several of them. Hopefully I get reincarnated to the one that's
less used.
Yeah, less used. Never. It's only being used to, sleep on and as a couch kind of thing. That's it. Nothing bad. Again, you can step on me. You could drop beer on me, whatever, just as long as nobody fucks on top of me. But like as a urinal, you're always guaranteed gonna have somebody pissing on you.
Yeah.
At least with a futon, it's not always. Sometimes it can happen as accidentally or on purpose, God forbid. But
there's always a leeway of like I'm somewhat safe, safer than a urinal. Because
you're as a futon, and then it's broad daylight. You're like, oh, good, no parties. And then nighttime, you're like, no, please, no party, please. God, no. Oh man, well, okay, well, that's it for the game. Unless you want to talk about something. If not, we can wrap.
No, I don't mind talking about something else because, like, I feel like we should. The thing is, I don't know if anyone will be interested in it or not. Like, if we talk about like either games or anime or anything like that.
There's an audience to whatever. If somebody tunes out, somebody tunes out.
No, because like I know when you talk about games, we go in depth and we just we know what to talk about. So I don't know from there.
Are you playing any games right now?
Call of Duty. That's all. Which is weird because before I didn't play Call of Duty as much.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in middle school, I did, but lately I've been playing it more because it's easy to go in and out. Because of all the games I used to play, I have to take my time because I always play like RPGs and all that. So it takes invest a good bit in to really get into the fun of the game. Where in Call of Duty is like you're in, play a few rounds, you're out.
Yeah, hit it and quit it.
Because I'm still trying to develop a way to build up a certain worth ethic and not get distracted by games all the time.
Oh yeah, no, oh man, it's such a first world problem. I used to be heavy in games. Now that I've going back to school, working, and doing this podcast, like this is honestly like my free time.
Yeah.
And like I don't regret it. This is fun. But it has cut away from my game time, which is fine. But I do crave it.
Yeah, I don't mind not playing as much as before, because since I'm not trying to be a streamer or try to do content with the games I play either way, I just feel like I'm wasting my time at that point. Mm-hmm. Even though I do enjoy all the games that I played, but I feel like not that I can't. It's more like unless I want to do something with it, I'd rather just play them minimally.
Yeah.
it's possible.
I did recently get into Call of Duty and like Cold War zombies. Zombies is my thing. I don't
Yeah.
really touch multiplayer. Warzone a little bit, but that one there's two types of Warzone players. There's the, you know, sweaty, I want to get first, and then there's the, oh, let's just fuck around and just play. And if we get first, we get first. And that's the
Yeah.
more in line I am. The
That's
problem
that's
is,
more my style as well. Just
yeah,
like, if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. I don't.
yeah. The problem is that you and I were in the minority of that camp. And so it's hard to get a group going, because I like playing with a group. It's hard to get a group going and everybody's in that mindset. But it's usually everybody's like, no, no, no. If I'm playing to win. And so that being said, it kind of, when no one's in sync, it takes the fun out of the game.
Yeah, because like because I have a family group that we're in a group with, like I'm in a chat with, and they are invested into the game. Like that's their hobby to do, and they want to win first place as much as they can. Which I like. Okay, I get it, but it's not.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like winning,
but that could be fun. Yeah,
it's great.
Because because we won a couple, and it's fun. But I just I'm not a big deal of it, unless I'm trying to be unless we're trying to compete later on. I'm not gonna try as hard. If we are, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm invested. Let's do this. I'm willing to work with you guys. But if we're just playing just to play, then I won't put as much effort.
Yeah, especially again, I don't judge anybody who's, you know, playing to win. Like that's the whole point in majority of games.
So people are just naturally competitive and they just want to win.
It's just my mindset now, because I'm so busy. Is that I just want to literally it's hard for me to play now. So the little time that I just want to enjoy it. I just want to relax. I just want to enjoy. I do not want to grind for anything. I just want to sit down. I do miss playing like RPGs and stuff, like my story games, but to those are a commitment. I don't. So I do play the hit it and quit it games like Call of Duty. It's just like, all right, if I have time, and that's why I love zombies. Zombies is honestly that perfect thing for me, because I can play and still, you know, try my best.
Yeah, you can still invest in a little bit.
And then, you know, when I die and it's over and I move on.
It's not a big of a deal.
Not a big deal. But
it's like I'm not losing money. I'm not paying for our lives. I'm fine.
Yeah. But this new zombies,
because I played one round with you.
Yeah.
So I understand the fun of it.
Oh man. All right, so I'm gonna sound nerdy for those that, like, if you're, you know, on the fence of getting Cold War for the zombies.
It's fun.
Here's my pitch to it. If you're familiar with the old zombies, think of all the honestly, think of all the things that you're like, man, I wish I could do this. You could do it in this one.
You have different modes, so that way you could play the old school one.
Yeah, you can.
Or you just have a new form of it and you have fun with that, because they have like different modes for it.
Oh my god, yes. And
I'm surprised how many modes they have for it.
They've made it so much better. It's everything I would want in a zombie game. The only thing, and like, there's definitely nobody from Call of Duty listening to this, but if whatever miracle somebody somehow hears this, in Call of Duty World War II, in zombie mode, you can give your points to your friends and stuff. Yeah. So if they needed to buy a perk or a gun off the wall,
you give them the money.
You can give them the money and stuff. In this one, you can't do that.
That's a little annoying.
That's a little bit frustrating. It's like, you know, especially when you're in a team, it's like I should be able to give you money so you can go ahead and do whatever. So that's my only gripe about that. But that's such a small gripe. The game is fun. It's easy to come back. You level up really fast, and it's just fun. Like it's so mindless and it's so fun. Anybody can play it. Even people who are like, oh, but I'm not that good. Round one, you can stay in round one for
you can stay
infinite amount of time.
I thought there was a time limit when we first played. I was like, oh, we can keep going as long as we want.
You choose when you want to go to the next round.
So that's really helpful. That way people who play it, they could get used to some of the mechanics they have in there. That way so they're not freaking out. It's like, I need to get better fast.
Because I was in a relationship a couple of years back, and my ex was like, she was interested. She was like, oh, I kind of want to join you on the zombie thing. You like it? And I was like super excited. I'm trying to get her into it. But the problem was, yeah, when you finish, like, you had no say. Once you killed that last zombie, you moved on to the
Yeah.
next round, and it gets harder and harder.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. But in this zombie, so, you couples out there, guys and girls, if you were wanting to, play with your partner, and you're just like, oh, but I really suck. This is the perfect one to get into it because it's not hard. When you feel like, okay, I've gotten the basics, I'm ready to move on, I'm ready for the next challenge, then you move on at your leisure. But it's the most friendliest one. Then it gets harder.
Yeah,
But it gets harder because you want it to get
Yeah,
harder.
you have control of like the difficulty once you
really
I'm
do.
ready to like level up. It says to do that.
Yeah, like your boyfriend, your girlfriend can be like, all right, babe, you ready to move on? Okay, yeah, I'm ready to move on. All right, no. Let's wait a couple of minutes. Let me still get the hang of it. Now you can, and I think that's like, it's such a good player to multiplayer game. So that's my pitch to it. If you're on the fence about it, I think it's a good chill game, and if you want it to be a little bit challenging, you can make it challenging. But it's so chill. It's so fun. You're not competing online with like, oh man, these people who have no lives. No, you're not competing. You're just fighting zombies with your friends. That's it.
You don't have to worry about like the competition or people who are way better than you. That gets really frustrating at times. But you could just relax and just play it. And the only time you feel frustrated is when you get overrun by zombies if you're not paying attention. But that's about it, I think.
God, it's
so, nah. So I think that because of that, I'm able to like play games here and now and then.
That's one of the reasons why I love zombies is because it's a perfect in and out game. If I literally have some downtime and somebody hits me and was like, hey, you want to do some zombies? Yeah, I can do that. But if somebody goes like, hey, you want to do some Warzone and get first place? Then I'm like, well, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to focus. Instead of sitting like this, I got to sit like this. And I was just like, no, I don't want to.
You just want to invest like in an hour or so, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm good. Because that's what I usually do when I about to start drawing, whatever. Like if I'm doing some sketches or anything like that, if I feel foggy, I just play a game. Just for like a quick game, like 1 or 2 games in multiplayer. And then I'll go back and be like, okay, I feel a little bit better. Then I can just start drawing again. So that way I'm a little bit more clear-headed. Because you do get like little, like, when you're drawing, you do get like doubts and all that. Or you get frustrated because you feel like nothing's coming together. So that little break, it really helps.
Yeah. See, and people like to shit on people who play games and stuff. Especially when you're older, like it's like, oh man, grown ass adults playing video games. It's like they should not be saying that because of the simple fact that, when you're older, you realize how stressful being an adult is. And if you have any way to escape reality,
just for
like a good healthy escape,
take advantage of it.
Do it
just for like an hour or so, just so you can. Man, that is something else.
I never understood that. Not to sound sexist or anything, but I would hear that a lot from like my female friends and stuff. It's like, oh man, you boys in your video games are playing for hours. I'm like, hey, are you stressed out about anything? What do you do when you're stressed
Essential
out?
oils.
It's like, and whenever they say something, it's usually like super expensive, whatever they're saying. And I'm like, all right, cool. Well, video games not that expensive. You buy $60 for something. That's pretty pricey in a way, but then that's it.
That's
maybe
that's
you pay for
an
the
investment
online
right
thing,
there.
but then that's it.
That's an investment right there. $60 and you put hours into it.
Yeah, and then they're just playing.
Yeah,
they're not cheating. They're not doing anything bad. They're not gambling away your money. They're pretending to be soldiers,
they're not like throwing rocks
killing
at
each
people.
other.
Just to feel better.
That's
why I said that, but
it's like, no, you play your game. It's all good, and just like with anything, any hobby, insert whatever here. Minus video games, insert whatever here. Any excessive amount of that thing is bad.
Oh, any excessive amount of anything is bad.
Exactly. So I'm just like, no, go ahead and play your game. What you're
just
playing?
Like, learn how to manage it. That's all it is.
Even if you're playing for like 3 hours. Oh, okay, you're playing for 3 hours. Okay, whatever. You're not playing for 12 hours. It's okay. Well, this person has a child and they're playing for 3 hours. Did anything bad happen in those 3 hours? Did you ask?
Yeah.
He or she, hey, I need you for this baby. My brother has my niece and stuff, and every now and then his wife will be like, "Oh, hey, can you tuck the baby in?" And he'd be like, "All right, guys, I have to go. I gotta tuck the
Yeah.
baby in." All right, good. But it's not the game's problem. It's a relationship problem and a deeper issue. If for whatever reason somebody's like, "Well, this person plays for like 10 hours a day." Okay, well that's not the game's fault. That's whatever issue
That's a
you guys
person.
are having.
Yeah.
Why that person needs to escape for 10 hours is beyond me.
It's like, there's a problem here. Then we have to discuss it.
Kind of random because we really do have to wrap. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie, I'm also getting hungry. But what's one anime you want to pitch? Like real quick, we gotta talk about an anime. What's one anime you would want to pitch to somebody and do your best pitching it? I got one that I'll pitch at the end, but I want to hear you pitch it.
That's the thing. I don't know, because like I'm thinking like the ones I'm thinking right now are the most popular ones right now because they're the most accessible ones to get into. Because there's like Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. Give me a second. No, One Piece. That's an investment. Like even though I like it, that requires an investment.
That's an investment.
Ones that are quick to just get into.
Not even quick, just something like, even if it's a commitment, be like, no, listen,
If it's a commitment, then it was my personal favorite from anime. It's Kintama. It's basically it's okay. It's just a comedy anime, and they have like the most absurdist humor ever. So I kind of like it because it's so random. It always gets me every single time because of how like extreme like certain situations go. Is because of the characters that do a really good job in playing with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'm trying to think of so many scenes right now. All of it is just flooding into my head. I'm trying to like sort them out. There are moments where they just always make me laugh. But because like,
what's it about?
It's about like it's during the Edo period, like a fictionalized era of the Edo period, but with some future technology of it. Because like Japan, well, the Earth, it got taken over by aliens, but then they built a civilization with the aliens. So the main character just has like an odd jobs company. Like him and his crew just do like the odd jobs here and there for other people and other races and alien races and all that. But you think you're going normal for one, it escalates to like this absurdist humor, and you just I've never laughed so hard at a show. That and Konosuba is basically like another comedy anime that are characters who are just mean spirited to each other, but it's just so funny from their interactions. So I just love them for how they're just idiots for each other. So
nice. And what's it called again?
The first one I mentioned is Kintama. The other one I just mentioned now is Konosuba. That one's based off like a character, like a guy who died in the most embarrassing way ever. Gets transferred to another world, and he has like it's basically like a sort of like a D&D or fantasy RPG style of living conditions. And the thing is, all his teammates they have are basically useless in some sort of way.
So in real life. All right, cool.
More or less, yeah. But the way they play off each other is just as funny. It's hilarious. I'll show you clips of it after because I know you'll love some parts, but it's hilarious.
Nice. Have you seen or heard of Assassination Classroom?
Yes, I've read it. I read the first few chapters and I tried getting into the anime, but I never got fully into it.
Really never? Oh,
no.
Man.
For some reason, I don't know why, because I know it's good. I know what the prospects and the what was it? The stakes that are there.
Yeah.
And there's a time limit. So there's basically like you can read it through.
Man. So I'm going to pitch this for our listeners.
You don't have to do it to me because I know how.
Yeah. Like, well, I want to pitch it to you like you don't know it. But it's mainly for the audience who are watching and listening to this. Okay. If they made it this far. So Assassination Classroom. oh my god, it's top 5 of my favorite animes of all time. And I'm very, very picky with animes. It's like, I'm just saying. But anyways, if you're a teacher, watching, listening to this, you have Hulu, make it a point to watch Assassination Classroom. Trust me, you won't regret it.
Having Hulu? I didn't know that.
It's on Hulu.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
My brother's watching it right now because he's
nice.
a school teacher. He got into it.
Okay, go ahead, do it.
So, anyways, if you're a school teacher, definitely watch it. You will definitely relate. If you want to feel good, watch it. Something with a good story. And if you're not a teacher, but you also want a good story and you want an anime that's finished, because I know that's a big thing for me. If you want to pitch an anime, if it's finished, I'm more likely to watch it. This one's like 50 episodes, so it's not a huge time commitment whatsoever. It's gonna take you like a week or two, depending on how much you binge watch. Anyways, Assassination Classroom. All right, so it takes place like in modern Japan. You know, everything's all normal. You know this.
Yeah, I know. I know the setting of it.
I have I have it down to a science. All right, it's modern day Japan. Everything's all normal. It's nighttime. There's the full moon, and then boom, bam, crash. The moon explodes and it turns into a permanent crescent moon. And then everybody all around the world are like, what the fuck happened? 70% of the moon is gone. What happened? Then enters this yellow octopus looking motherfucker, this alien guy, goes to like the Japan's like Pentagon or whatever. And, you know, they're trying to shoot him with machine guns. This dude moves at Mach 20 speed. He moves like super fast, producing after images. They can't touch him. Eventually, they stop shooting him. They're like, yo, what? Okay, who are you? What do you want? What do you want? Like, what are you? And then he's like, you see the moon? It's like, yeah, we see the moon. It freaking exploded. What happened? He's like, yeah, I did that. I punched that. I did that. And I'm going to do the same thing to Earth in a year from now if you don't give me what I want. And they're like, what do you want? You want money? You want women? Like, what do you want? You want to rule us? And then he's like, I want to teach this middle school class.
Such an oddly specific thing.
They're like, what? You want to be a teacher? He's like, yeah, I want to be a teacher. If you don't give me what I want, I'm going to destroy Earth. Okay. Fine, a weird request. So he becomes a teacher. And I know some people are like, oh, that just doesn't make sense. But it all plays out. Like there's a reason for that. Everything has a reason why he looks the way he looks, why the moon exploded, why he wants to be a teacher. All this gets explained fluently. Like it's organically a better term. It's not forced. It's great.
It feels like a show that knows where it's going, like where like the ending goal, like they know what it is.
Like they knew what they wanted. There's no filler. It's so freaking good. It's like around 50 episodes, season 1 and 2. Each season is like 25 episodes. It's so good.
That's saying a lot for an anime.
Yeah.
You get 25 episodes each core. That's something.
Yeah, and another thing about the show is like, not only does he want to be a teacher, but he's teaching these 8th graders to train. He's training them to kill him. Their job as students is to assassinate their teachers. And people are like, wait, what? These 8th graders? And then it's like, wait, he's training them to kill him? It's like, yeah, but he doesn't make it simple. Like,
oh yeah, he makes it hard.
Oh yeah, he makes it hard. He's like, yeah, I want you to kill me, but I'm not gonna make it easy on you.
Yeah, no. He makes
if
it very difficult.
You get like 10 billion zennies or yen or whatever.
Oh, he's giving them the money. I forgot why he was gonna give them.
Yeah, it was like. But
I just know billion. That they have to kill him by a certain time limit,
a year,
and they have to kill him, but it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, he's like, I want you to kill me, but I'm not going to make it easy on you.
And he's very smart too.
And like, while you're trying to kill me, I'm going to teach you. Like, I'm going to teach you like math, history, all that jazz.
And life lessons as well.
And that's the key point of the show, and it's so freaking good.
I don't know why I never finished it, but I think because it's like, it's not that many chapters for me to read.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, it's also really cool about it. Like, he doesn't die by normal means. You need a certain like like pellets or whatever.
Yeah, like
It's been a minute since I read it. So like you need like certain pellets or certain equipment that he gave them.
Yeah,
So
he's
that
like,
way
here
they
are the
can kill.
weapons that can kill me. Bullets and stuff don't do anything. Like,
And special made knives and all that. It's like these are the equipment that you can kill me with. You can use it, and you figure out how to kill me with it. But I'm not gonna make it easy for you.
yeah,
not at
like
all.
episode 1 explains all. Like what
Yeah.
I just said wasn't spoiler or anything. You learn this in episode 1,
First
and
thing.
then they do such a good job of like, wait, what the fuck? That makes you want to watch episode 2, then episode 3, and then before you know it, you're hooked.
And there are some creative ways that the kids try to kill him as well. So it's not just like simple, I'm going to shoot you, even though they do that every once in a while, but it's more there's a plan for it. There's always a plan to try to catch him off guard and get him. So I really need to finish it, but I don't know why I never finished it.
No, like I remember this one, like my nerd level is to a max.
Yeah.
In episode 3, there's this one girl, she like doesn't know how to go about really killing him, but she's a science girl. She makes these poisons, and then she's like, I'm not clever. Can you just drink this? And then everybody's like, what? And he's like, you just want me to drink this poison? She's like, yeah. He's like, okay. And he drinks it. And then they're like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm confident. Like, you're not going to kill me. And he just drinks it. And then he's like, you know what? I'll do you one better. We're going to work on a poison together that would kill me. And I'll drink it. And then you're just like, what? But it's so good. It's like, it's just good. People, watch it. Watch it. Watch it for like at least 2 episodes. And if you're not hooked, really watch it for 3 episodes. If you're not hooked by episode 2, whatever, drop it. But I mean, I know you tried, but to me, oh my god,
it's not that I hated it. It's just for me they kept dropping it for some reason. It's not
so
bad.
Freaking good. It's finished. It's not long. There's no filler. Every character is great. And I mean, this sounds biased because I know some people are gonna hate on me for this, but I love dub. I don't mind sub, but I love dub. I do think the dub is great. Every voice actor for the dub does a great job.
Oh yeah, like the modern voice actors are really good.
Yeah, so
like
this one's good.
Only in rare occasions where I'd be like, watch the sub. It's preferable.
Yeah,
it's only rare occasions where I want you to like listen to the dub because the voice acting amplifies it that much compared to the dub version.
Yeah,
that's only in certain circumstances, and I always will let you know.
Yeah, I agree. And
watch however comfortable it is for you. Don't let other people try to be.
Watch a sub, watch a dub. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
as long as you watch it, we're gonna watch the same thing. We're gonna see the same scenes.
Yeah,
we're gonna see the same dialogue. Watch whatever you want.
Because there are elitists out there who would try to convince you otherwise.
I
but
hate
don't.
those people. Yeah, but no, just as long as you watch it, that way we can talk about it. It's one of my favorite animes. It's oh my god, it's so good. The feels, no filler. They're done. It's just like, it's so good. It's so good. I can go on and on. I'm gonna stop it right there. Eric, man, again, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, no problem.
Any sign off, anything? I mean, I know you're private and you don't want people to follow you, kind of stuff, but you can if you want to. Here's your platform.
No.
My man looked at the camera and said no.
Not right now, like, because like I am building up for something.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more that I want to talk about, but
we'll have you back on the show, man.
Yeah.
This isn't the last time.
Yeah, because it is the first time, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to say or what to do. So I feel like a lot of times I'm just a little jumpy here and there.
Oh, dude,
when it comes to the conversation, and I feel like I can't elaborate as much as I want to on certain items.
I'd rather it be organic more than anything. Well, Eric, man, thank you so much. I know it's a little awkward, and the table's pretty long. All right, man. Well, thank you so much again. We're going to have you back on.
No problem.
Thank you for the logo. Thank you for being a great person. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy.
See ya.